cultivators.
And anyone in between.
Yeah, maybe you only kind of like us. maybe you're in the angle of the line of the triangle between hater and cultivator.
Maybe you're only tangentially aware of us.
Maybe you're out of the Venn diagram entirely. Welcome to Podcasting is Forbidden in the Cloud Recesses, the only lesbian-hosted podcast about Magi O Sensei. I'm your Bunsona Roy.
And speaking of hating cultivators, I'm Fallon, aka Sect Leader Zhang Chase. He got treated like some fucking furniture in this chapter. I tell you what, I almost call it an episode.
Chapter episode. Chaptisode. Fucking, I do that like almost every episode and I have to fight it. It's like when you go to the store and the cashier like tells you have a nice day and you tell them the same thing.
Yeah.
Or whatever. When you go to the movies, like enjoy your show. Yeah, you too. Oops.
My coworker was telling me about how good the reverse of that feels today because he runs deliveries too, and he's like, yeah, whenever I go in there and I'm like, have a nice day, enjoy your food, they're like, yeah, you too. I'm like, haha, fuck you. No, I won't. I'm going back to work.
I'm going back to work to suffer.
I won't have a nice day and I won't enjoy the food. Surprise, bitch.
Can't tell me what to do.
Can't tell me what to do.
Jesus. So...
Free bitch. That's Wei Wuxian in this chapter.
That is Wei Wuxian in this chapter. Before we get to the chapter, though, last week we got a little bit too excited about Spicy Big Bites, and there were some news items that I meant to touch on, but I didn't want to break the flow, and then I forgot about it.
Oh, yeah.
So a couple things.
Sorry about my farts.
You know, that's how the body is.
It's how this body is, at the very least.
We've all watched Bill Nye. Anyway, all of this is like slightly outdated, but whatever. I mean, we're a Modao podcast. Let's talk about some Modao shit.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Tencent officially announced the Chibi season.
Yay!
On their Weibo or something? I don't remember.
I think it was Weibo.
Yeah, it was probably Weibo. Everything's Weibo.
Mm-hmm.
Season 3 of the Dongwa is still newsless, but we're getting Chibis. It's the cute little style that they're selling, like keychains of.
It's good to me.
It's good. And there was the birthday sexy Wei Ying, where he had his shoulder out.
I love birthday sexy Wei Ying.
I love sexy Wei Ying.
With his barely done robe. So when are we getting Chibi season?
I don't know if they said when. I think they just put up like a graphic with everything that they're gonna put out this year.
Okay. And
that was the big thing.
I'm not mad about it.
I'm mad about it. I want to see some shenanigans.
I would love to see some fucking shenanigans. Thank you.
I hope a lot of them. I hope it's just like. I'm imagining it's kind of like
omake.
Yeah, exactly. they're like 4 minutes long. It's just some little skits.
Just a little poot of a thing that, keep us satiated.
Yeah, it's just bite size.
Bite-sized little snacks.
I really want it. Bite-sized snacks to hold us over for the real food.
That's right.
The meal of Season 3 in 2021 or when the hell ever.
Oh god, let's hope it's 2021.
That aside, there was a stage show that happened. Mauer FM, which does the audio drama, did a stage show.
Yeah, that was
happened.
Definitely a thing. The actors were very cute.
They were very cute.
It was a thing where they had like scenes from it playing in the background, and it was basically to a track, and they acted it out like Rocky Horror. If you've ever been to a live Rocky Horror show in America, you know what I'm talking about.
Rocky Horror Modao Show.
Rocky Horror Modao Show. I don't know whether they do that in like England too. Like, if you're an international listener and they do live Rocky Horror screenings with the actors in front of the screen like they do here, please let me know because I'm genuinely curious. I'm about to hit one up in like Holland or some shit.
Holland? Of all of the places.
I think it'd be fun.
Y'all mind if I slip off to the Netherlands and hit the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Smoke a huge doink and hit the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Get mime ass fucked in front of a crowd. Oh no, never mind. That's only if you're a virgin to the show, so I'll be okay.
Wow. you know what? That's a show I'm never going to take part in, you know?
I was about to say, one day I'm going to trick you into going into Rocky Horror with me.
If you do that, I'm going to take you down to the courthouse and fill out the marriage paperwork immediately so I can divorce you. Exactly, literally right then.
This is exactly like that one time I almost got broken up with for ordering an iced coffee in New York in the middle of February. Exactly like this time. I'm being persecuted. Anyway.
Everyone said fuck Fallon rights.
Fuck Fallon rights. Fallon has no rights. None whatsoever.
Nobody involved in this podcast has rights. I'm sorry, but if you've ever sent a question to this show, if you've ever guested on it, you do not have rights. And that's coming from us. We have no rights.
Yeah, I'm just a bear and life is a nightmare.
That's how it be. The very last piece of news, I just want to give a big Semper Bunny to Wuan, who is the singer for the audio dramas Wangshan.
Yep.
Because he's got cancer, which is fucking bad.
It's horrifying. I'm sending him all of my thoughts and good vibes. I know that doesn't do much in the long run, but it's all I can do.
Yeah, we're all the hell way over here. He's getting treatment. He seems like he's doing all right with it. But it's kind of just started. But it's a fucking excellent song. Amazing voice.
He's just incredible.
Yeah, and he's pretty young too. So so just big shout out. We are out here. We're kinning and standing. We're not kinning, but we're definitely standing.
Semper Bunny, my friend Ruin, get well soon.
Always and forever. Kiss, I guess.
Sending a kiss out to the heavens.
All the way up. Big ups.
Big ups to you.
So, we have one chapter this week that we read.
But it's a thick one.
It's a big old boy.
It is a thick one.
It is a thick one. It is a very long chapter. It's about 5 chapters put together. So much shit happens in it.
Yeah, and I tell you why. It's because we couldn't keep Wei Wuxian acting a terminal fool to just a series of chapters. It had to happen all in succession. He is
unfucking believably annoying in this chapter.
I'm seriously I was reading this again and I was fucking taken aback. I was like, how the hell do you do this?
He is so obnoxious in this chapter.
Where do you get off? Literally, where do you get off? Because that's the only conceivable reason I could find for someone acting like this is because they fucking get off on it. So
where does he get off? I know where he gets off. It's between his leggies is where he gets off.
No, because he's 15. They don't have to tell you until they turn 18.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I mean, he's still bees annoying as an adult.
He's fucking annoying as hell. God, I can't stand him. I love him so much.
He's a baby boy. I can't fucking stand him for a second of my life.
I can't believe this.
Unreal. Anyway, so chapter 18, final installment, part 8 of the Refinement arc.
See how well refined he is.
Yeah, so after this, it's all downhill because no more classiness if we're not in the Refinement arc.
Yep, no Refinement arc.
Yeah.
The next arc is just the trash garbage arc.
It's the trailer park arc.
It's the trailer park.
Trailer park. Trailer park with a C, yeah. Trailer park boys.
Trailer park boys.
So I'm gonna get into this big ol' summary.
Please hit it, yeah.
So sit back and relax while Roy talks. I'm gonna take a drink first, though.
Yeah, let me try.
So chapter 18. While Wan Shiren is still out of town, all the dumbass teens go about doing dumbass teen party shit. Wei Wuxian loses a dice game, so he has to go up into town to buy booze for everybody, and they all just get flavor blasted. Real early the next morning, Lan Wangji barges into the room where everybody's hungover and passed out and, just a pile on top of each other. He hauls Wei Wuxian out of there and drags him to the ancestral hall to get some old-fashioned Catholic school ruler punishment.
Yep.
But to the amazement of Wei Wuxian and all of the half-drunk buddies of theirs who follow along, Lan Wangji sits down and clicks accept punishment, and he gets a beating too. Afterwards, Zhangcheng is carrying Wei Wuxian around because Wei Wuxian is being an owie baby, and Zhangcheng and Ye Huaisang are like, what the hell was that about? And Wei Wuxian tells them about how he ran into Lan Wangji on his way back from getting the booze, And they got into a little tussle that ended with Lan Wangji kind of flopped out of the boundary of the cloud recesses.
Oh, no. It wasn't that he was flopped out of the boundary of the cloud recesses. Wei Wuxian grabbed him and threw them both over the wall of the cloud recesses.
We'll get to it. I got a big old note about that.
Oh my god. I'm sorry.
So, no, you're good. So, point of that is they both ended up outside of the cloud limits. So Wei Wuxian was teasing him like, well, technically you're breaking curfew now too, wink. So if you want to tell on me, you gotta tell on you too. But it's just us out here, so nobody's gotta know. And Lan Wangji just, like, walked off mad. So then Wei Wuxian and Zhang Cheng and Niu Huaisang run into Lan Shichen, who sees Wei Wuxian all beat up, and he's like, what happened? And they tell him, and they ask for some medicine, and he looks over Wei Wuxian's, like, wounds, and he's like, it's bad, but it's not medicine bad. How about you go to our cold springs and be annoying? So that night, sure enough, he goes to the cold springs and be's annoying, because Lan Wangji is there too.
Yep.
So he's gotta be annoying. Wei Wuxian tries to compliment Lan Wangji, and he, like, tells him that actually he thinks he's really cool, and he likes him, and he tries to invite him to Yunmeng to, like, hang out, but Lan Wangji keeps saying no, especially when Wei Wuxian brings up girls and how girls aren't gonna like it if you're such a negative Nancy, and Lan Wangji tells him to fuck off. A little later on, Lan Shiren gets back from Qinghe, and he gives Wei Wuxian a public scolding, but since his ain't shit-ass sect leader brother is in secluded meditation all the time and Lan Shiren's gotta do everything around here, he's kind of sleepy from having to deal with the waterborne abyss as soon as he gets back into town, so class is kind of lax for a while. Wei Wuxian tells Zhang Cheng and Niu Huaisang how much he likes bothering Lan Wangji. He barges into the library pavilion because he's got a present to annoy Lan Wangji with, and it's a couple of bunnies. Yay, Semper Bunny.
Wow. And
one of them's got resting bitch face, and the other's got hopping around making a mess, and they start presumably fucking.
Yeah.
Lan Wangji says they're both male. Wei Wuxian LMFAOs his ass off, and Lan Wangji throws him out the window.
You do?
Yeah, as you do. It's just normal to do that. Then, about half a month later, Lan Wangji has stopped being a hall monitor in wizard class. Everybody's getting a lesson about the founder of the Lan sect and how he'd been a wife guy, and the kids in the class start talking about girls they'd want to be wife guys for, and somebody asks Jin Zixuan, who's the heir to the snobby, rich Jin sect. They ask him who his best girl is, and he gets mad because he's engaged to Zhang Cheng and Wei Wuxian's sister, Jiang Yanli, and he doesn't want to be, and he cops an attitude about it within earshot of Wei Wuxian and Zhang Cheng, who don't take kindly to anybody talking shit about their big sister.
Yep.
Wei Wuxian really decides to white knight, though, so Jin Zixuan comes back with some, then why don't you marry her ass bullshit. Quote unquote, since Sect Leader Jiang likes you better than his own actual son. And Wei Wuxian clocks the Jesus out of him.
Yep.
Everybody says, fight! And then we Gilligan cut to Zhang Fengmian and Jin Guangshan having been called over to come deal with their dumbass boys. They decide to break off the engagement between Jin Zixuan and Jiang Yanli since it had been their respective wives' idea, and neither of the kids are going to be happy, so fuck it. Meanwhile, Wei Wuxian is outside digging in dirt as he does.
Yep.
Zhang Chun comes up and says, boy, you really did it this time, and Wei Wuxian is like, whatever, Jin Zixuan is a big stupid idiot. By the way, Lan Wangji came by and thought I was crying, but I was just laughing about how much dirt fun I'm having. And then Zhang Chun says he never wants to see your dumbass ever again, which, convenient if true, because Wei Wuxian is kicked out of the cloud recesses and he goes home with Zhang Fengmian, and that's the chapter.
Yep.
That's the chapter, that's the arc.
It's a doozy.
Oh my god.
Finishes pretty uneventfully for all of the things that happened, but
I mean,
how the fuck else was it gonna end? You can only do so much clownery before the clown comes back to bite.
What can I say? That's just the natural course of things.
It's the natural order of things.
Is getting kicked out of wizard school really that uneventful, though? And going home with your not dad?
Not really, but the way it was phrased was
that's
pretty,
true.
pretty hilariously uneventful.
Yeah, it's just, yep, so he got up out.
Yeah, he packed up his shit and got up out. That's it. Bye, cloud recesses.
Yeah, bye-bye. But going back to the beginning, so the children are reading porn because they ain't got no internet.
Yeah. And you know what's weird? Until I read this chapter again, I forgot how mondo popular Wei Wuxian was in the Cloud Recesses days.
He's got so many friends.
He was like the star quarterback, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Everybody loves him.
I like it.
I love it.
He's the de facto leader. Basically.
He is, because he's the class clown.
So yeah, they're reading porn, they're eating wings, they're drinking Bud Light that they got their 23-year-old brother's uncle's friend to buy for them. They're gambling and they're reading porn. They're fucking frat boys.
They are.
They're having. Wow, this is another gem from my coworker today. He's a frat boy.
Oh, I love that.
And he was talking about. How one of his hazing rituals when he was a frat boy was having a fucking a toke off.
Oh my god!
A member of a rivaling frat. So like the idea was to just go back to back on as many hot fat bong rips as you possibly could until one of you conceded it.
Oh my god!
Because he just got too high.
A toke off.
So they're in there. They're drinking Bud Light. They're drinking Four Locos. They're having a toke off with their bros.
Somebody's gonna suggest they play Dipe Swap. It's not gonna be good.
It's Ye Huaisong against Wei Wuxian. Shit gets really messy, and Ye Huaisong ends up by the end of the night just kind of like staring at the wall, eating shrimp chips, looking at nothing. This is the reason why Wei Wuxian is so passed out that fucking not even Lan Wangji starting to drag him fully wakes him up.
He just gets hauled up out of the pile. This pile of passed out boys.
Yeah, Lan Wangji shows up at dawn.
Yeah.
And he's just like, well, party's over, boys.
Because he's the narc friend now.
He's the narc somebody. He's definitely not their friend, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, Lan Wangji has no friends. We've already had the chapter where Zhang Cheng had no friends, but this is the chapter where Lan Wangji has no friends.
He's friendless, and if I think about it for more than 5 seconds, it makes me really sad.
Yeah, because, I don't know about you, but when I was in high school, boy, I sure did not have any friends.
Yeah.
I had, like, 2, maybe?
Yeah, same. I had, like, 3 or 4 friends.
Yeah.
He was, Lan Wangji was, the twin jade. He was peerless and untouchable. And nobody wanted to treat him like a human.
Wow, I'm sad.
I'm really sad. I'm really sad about it now.
Oh.
Let's continue.
Depressio.
Depressio.
So...
And I just, like, I made a note that, like, he gets woken up and, like, Wei Wuxian is, like, half awake, like, mumbling in his sleep, threatening to fight everybody.
Yeah.
And Zhang Cheng is like, he drank too much last night. And for all his fucking posturing on how he's so much more of a better person than Wei Wuxian, everybody needs to remember, JC has never been above this shit.
Oh yeah, no, he's in it, he's doing all of this shit too. He just acts like
he's better than it. And then he turns around and he's like, oh yeah, y'all, where's the Jaeger?
Yeah, somebody roll one up for me.
Oh my god.
Fucking idiot. So, speaking of which, one of the things he does after, Wei Yin gets, like, hauled up by Lan Wangji is, Zhang Cheng hits Wei Wuxian with, Huaisong's quote-unquote treasured out-of-print illustrated pornography book.
Out of print.
Out of print. He's a collector. He's a connoisseur.
He is.
Oh,
God.
And I want to touch on something that has to do with all of this porn, but I'm going to get to it at the very, very end of the chapter because it is... We'll get there.
Is it funny?
It's funny. Anyway, so everybody, like, so he gets his corporal punishment.
Yeah.
They hit him with, like, sticks or something.
I think they're really long sticks. Yeah, they're disciplined.
They're yard sticks.
They're made of sandalwood, which is a fun running theme.
Yeah,
and they're super long, and they smack them with they smack them on. I think it said the palms and the feet.
Yeah,
which sucks.
It's owie.
It is very owie, and after all of it, fucking. Like, Wei Wuxian is being a drama king.
He's being a baby.
He's being a baby. And then after all of it, Lan Wangji just, like, gets up, bows to him, and pieces out.
But he gets up and he bows to them and he leaves, and it's just...
After, like, a fucking 100 strikes, like, it just kind of, this is another thing that I was thinking about and that kind of makes me sad, even though I'm still kind of doubting how painful this actually was.
Yeah.
But it's still like 100 strikes of something. How used to it must he be?
Right?
Or like either how used to it or how sad is it that he has to remain stoic in the face of this punishment, or else he risks more punishment for like crying about it like you would be when you're getting beat. But, you know, I'm not a corporal punishment liker.
Yeah, I'm very much not.
Extension of the imagination, so it's horrific to me just in general anyway, but just thinking about how, like, his complete lack of reaction just makes me super sad for him. It's not like, oh, wow, what a stuck-up guy, or, oh, wow, how cool and tough. I'm just like, damn, literally who hurt you?
Right?
Fuck.
Well, I know who hurt him, and it's all of his elders.
It's all of his elders. God. Ugh.
God. And he's got nobody to baby him. Unlike Wei Wuxian, who is out here getting babied left and right. Zhang Cheng is carrying him on his back.
He's getting,
footprints in the sand ass.
Fuck. Oh my god. And so, like, Zhang Cheng is carrying him on his back, and he's like, okay, but, like, why did he get his ass beat too? Like, what did he do? Everybody's Sean's like, it's a misunderstanding, even though, like, none of it is a misunderstanding, and it's literally all his fucking fault.
It's 100% straightforward, and he's just being a fucking idiot about it.
He's just like, oh, it was so crazy how it happened, you know?
He's like, oh, it was really funny. I came in breaking the rules, and I expected not to get punished for it, and I tried to talk myself out of getting punished, but it didn't work.
He's literally like, breaks 10 sect rules at a time for days straight, and walks in the next day. I didn't do anything!
Right?
Fucking idiot.
God. And, he goes into his whole story about what happened the night before, or I guess the dawn before, whenever it was, whatever. And he's, like, talking about what he was saying to Lan Wangji and how, like, it had just... Nobody else was there. Lan Wangji was going solo when he busted him. So Wei Wuxian is trying to be like, look, dude, nobody has to know about this. This is between us and Goku.
But I will say before, it's just the two of them. It's just us and Goku. And he's like, there won't be next time. It's fine, man. We're besties, right?
Yeah, we're best buds.
To your bestie.
Yeah.
And
like, I love you, you love me.
Everyone looked as if they couldn't bear to listen to this any longer. Yeah. They're like, oh, Jesus, I can't fucking
Everyone's
deal with
like,
this
you
dude.
fucking idiot.
God.
Are you serious? You were really out here. And,
Lan Wangji's having none of it.
Of course
Lan Wangji
not.
has none of it. He's like, nope, it's punishment time.
Of course he wouldn't have any of it. Would you have any of it?
Hell nah. And Wei Wuxian's like, cool. All right, we both go down together.
Right, he says, and I wrote it down, then I stopped dodging, threw myself over, clung to him, and plummeted.
Outside the wall of the cloud recesses.
He does this fun tactical roll with a man's in hand.
He just threw both of them over the wall in lieu of, like, actually taking the full blame himself. He just had to dilute the blame, and he didn't. He did it to the fucking dean's dork nephew. The fuck did he think was gonna happen? Genuinely. What did he think was gonna happen? So he goes, oh.
He was gonna come up and be like, but look how cute I am. But I'm Wei Ying.
Yeah, but I'm, like, super cute and cool.
Yeah, but, like, look how cute and fun I am. Yeah, everybody loves me. So it's fine.
Everyone likes me, and he's like, so he pulls him down, and his reasoning is that, he's basically bluffing. He's like, so Lanjan, now that we're both over here, you're to blame too. You're outside the cloud recesses.
Yeah, look at all the rules you broke when I pulled you down here.
He underestimates how much Lan Wangji's word is his bond, to horrifying degrees.
Oh yeah.
Lan Wangji's like, okay, bet.
Yeah, literally, that's his fucking personal motto is okay, bet.
He's literally like, bet.
Yeah.
And so, we've seen what happens.
We see how it be.
And he's like, he goes, who knew that he'd do something like this in the morning? What? I fucking wonder. I wonder. And then he, like, chastises Zhang Cheng for, like, jostling him.
Right? He's like, I never asked you to carry me. And it's like, I never asked Jesus to carry me across the beach either, but he was there for me in my time of need, I guess.
John Christ.
And
he's like, John Christ pulls this up, pulls this passive aggressive, like, tsundere, like, it's not like I wanted to take care of you or anything, baka shit.
It's not like I wanted there to only be one set of footprints. Baka. And then Wei Wuxian says, no, I'm wounded.
I'm wounded, and then they fuck around for a little while.
Yeah, they horseplay. It's good. I like it.
Pretty
it's
much
cute.
everybody's like gathered around him, and they just like fuck around and are pals.
And then Shi-chan comes up and had no idea that any of this happened.
No, he's chilling. He's like, oh, what?
He was having his own party the night before.
Yeah, Jesus fuck. And like
he comes up walking around reading a book and he's like, what's this?
Hey
bro?
Man, who harshed your mellow?
Whoa. And Huai-san calls him Shi-chunga, which is cute.
It is very cute.
I just love anytime I get to see them because it's like there's so much about their relationship that like we get to see, but it isn't super explored.
No, it's not. I wish it would have been.
Yeah. Because it's really, like, we'll get to it more in 30 or so chapters.
Yeah, you know. Normal.
But it's cute, and I like to see it, but I just like to see that they have this closeness, which makes sense. It's like, that's, your best buddy's little baby sib.
Yeah!
It's cute.
Really good to me.
It's cute, and so yeah, so Huai-sang's the one to be like, it's like, hey, can we do anything here? Like he's got a case of the owies.
Yeah, fucking he asks what happens, and Zhang Cheng is like, he doesn't want to incriminate anybody. He's like, oh, don't worry about it. He can walk. It's fine. He's just being a baby. Yeah. Wei Wuxian's like, the fuck? No, I can't.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Look at me. Look how pathetic I am.
Lan Shichen looks at it and he's like, oh yeah, this really does suck. And Zhang Cheng is like taken aback.
Yeah.
Because he thought that Wei Wuxian was just playing. Like, I feel like Wei Wuxian jumped through so many hoops to make sure Zhang Cheng wouldn't worry about him too much.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Just enough. It's tactical, self-destructive melodrama.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He's got to make he has to cry wolf.
He has to cry wolf because it diverts the true source of his suffering.
Yeah, it keeps Zhang Cheng from ever having to worry about him, because if he worries about him, then that's him being a burden.
Yep.
In his onion. Yeah.
Pretty much anything that would bring attention or care to him he counts as being a burden. So that's great.
Can't be a Tim Burton. So
he makes me so sad. I love him so much.
I know, that's a baby boy.
But like Lan Shishen's like, okay, yeah, this sucks, but like I can't really give you any medicine for it. It's more like a sprain. And not a break.
I thought you were going to say this is more like a springs problem.
Oh my god, it's definitely a springs problem is the thing. Why don't you go over there where I'm definitely sure my brother won't be later because he got the same punishment?
Fucking literally on the next page, it says, like, that, Shi-chen had told Wei Ying that Lan Wangji was going to be there.
Yeah, fucking, okay.
Shi-chen's like, you know what? Go bother my brother till he gets a boner. It's fine.
Literally, I know it's canon that Lan Shi-chen is just an airhead and does most of this not really on purpose, basically. But I do genuinely still think he was purposefully trying to set Wangshan up, at least as friends.
Yeah.
Because he just sees Lan Wangji, he's like, man, my brother really needs a fucking friend.
Yeah, he
needs a friend.
Yeah, he's not trying to be like, Mr. Epic fucking
matchmaker.
Yeah, he's not trying to pull any strings like in a secretive, sly, puppet master, kind of way. He's just like, look at this. My fucking pathetic little brother has this big crush. He has no friends. He has no idea what he's doing. I'm gonna help him out.
Yeah,
he's trying to do this out of the goodness of his sweet, stupid little heart.
There is nothing but good in that heart.
Yeah.
He's just very dumb about it.
He's all heart, no brain, and that's how a himbo. That's how you get a himbo.
It's a himbo.
That's how you get Sect Leader himbo.
And then Lan Wangji walks into the cold springs and he hears somebody go, Lan Zhan.
Yeah. And he's like, oh
fuck,
no.
It's the puppet master who cursed my deck.
Speaking of puppet masters, so Wei Ying comes in and he literally says, your brother told me to come here and bathe with you. Yeah. But then he like genuinely tries to befriend Lan Wangji and like talk to him, and it's so sweet.
It's really sweet. It reminds me, I made a little note of it. Just the whole exchange sort of reads like something you'd see grade schoolers do.
Yeah.
It's so innocent. like, even if Wei Wuxian is half teasing, I really like to read it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just kind of, he's being genuine, but he's Wei Wuxian, which means he's being annoying about it.
Yeah.
And so he's like, oh my gosh, it's so cold. It's so cold. Oh my gosh, this cold spring, I can't believe it's so cold. And he's like jumping around, and Lan Wangji is just sitting there trying to vibe.
Yeah.
And Wei Wuxian is like really, really harshing the vibe. Wei Wuxian is so fucking annoying.
He's stupid.
Like, oh my god, it's so cold. Lan Wangji's like, just fucking stop moving! Ah! And like Wei Wuxian like wades over to him. He's like, oh my god, it's like warm over here. Did you pee or something?
Did you go pee?
Did you go pee or something? And Lan Wangji just fucking had it. He just wants to like exist in peace and not think about this dangerous boy.
This dangerous boy.
And he's just like, Wei Wuxian is so genuine about it. You're right.
He's so cute about it.
He's so cute. He's like, oh, Lan Wangji, you're so cool.
Yeah. He's like, you're so cool. You have such a good, you can withstand this, and you can do all these cool things, and you're so proper, and you're so cool. I really admire that. I couldn't do that.
And Lan Wangji is just in like panic defense mode.
Oh yeah.
He just does not know what's going on.
He's like,
he's not
shut up.
Yeah. He's not used to his peers complimenting him.
Yeah. He's not used to his peers talking to him.
Yeah. Wei Wuxian is like, so do you want to be friends with me? Do you want to be friends?
He goes on this big thing, and I had to write down the entire paragraph because it's just so cute and it's so sweet. Cute. So he's like asking him, do you want to be friends? And he's like, well, what would that get me? And he goes, I'm always really loyal towards my friends. For example, I'd definitely let you be the first person to look at new porn that I got a hold of. Hey, come back, it's fine if you don't look at them. Have you been to Yunmeng? Yunmeng is really fun. Yunmeng's food is also good. I don't know if it's Gusu's or the Cloud Recess's problem, but the food in your sect is so bad. If you come to Lotus Pier, you can eat lots of delicious food. I can take you to pick lotus seed pods and water chestnuts. Lanchan, do you want to come? It's so cute! He's so cute!
He's so fucking cute, and Lan Wangji's just like, no.
Fucking, he's so cute. He's so stupid. I just love the things that he thinks to do.
I know, they're so innocent and funny. Well, except for the porn part, but it's fine.
But he just like, everything that he suggests is just stuff for them to do together, and it's stuff that he likes to do, and he wants to bring him into the fold of the things that he does in his daily life. Like, nobody else is brought into the things like, oh, you can come meet this friend, and we can do this with my other friends. He's just like, I just want to, it's just us. I want to, let's eat, let's play around, let's look at porn, which eyes emoji. Like, by the way, this whole fucking thing of all these idiot boys looking at porn all the time, like, it's so real. It's so fucking
so
real.
Gross, I know.
It reminds me of, like, when I was in 9th grade, one of my few friends was, my friend Brian, who I may have brought up on the show before.
Brian is great.
Brian, good. So, one of the first things that I remember him talking to him about is that, like, when he was in middle school, he and a bunch of his dude friends had, like, keep in mind, this would have been around, like, 2000, 2001.
Yeah.
He and a bunch of his friends got a hold of, like, this fucking printed out, like, Bulma hentai fan art, and they just, like, took turns with it and passed it around, and it was like, this hand-me-down fucking Bulma hentai that everybody got a turn with.
Jesus fucking Christ.
The communal Bulma hentai.
The communal Bulma.
It's... Jesus. Like...
The FAP sheet.
The FAP sheet. And it's just like, it's... Here they are.
It's horrifying.
It's the same shit. The shit never stops.
It literally never changes.
Here's my...
Teens be horny is the problem, and I hate it.
Here's my fan art of Lady Changa that I copied out of a book at the library. It's your turn with it next week. Jesus Christ.
Changa.
Anyway, so Lan Wangji's being, he's being boring. He's being obstinate. Yeah, and Wei Wuxian, I think just before this, he says, now you're being boring again. But he keeps saying no to everything, and Wei Ying says something about, like, oh, girls aren't gonna like that. And
like, don't worry about it, Chief.
Yeah, bro. And Lan Wangji wants nothing to do with girls. He gets mad when Wei Ying talks about them. He doesn't want them insinuated. He says, "Don't remind me that I don't like girls."
Yeah, he doesn't like it.
He does not want anything.
Angry with them.
Angry.
He's like, Wei Wuxian's like, oh, well, you can't even put some respect on my name when you reject me. See what happens. Maybe I'll steal your clothes.
Yeah.
Huh? How about that? You want to be naked?
Naked? You want to be a naked boy? That's what you're going to get.
Funny, naked boy, huh?
Naked boy, huh?
Ha ha, naked boy.
Ain't got no clothes, ass.
Remember in middle and high school when you would do one embarrassing thing and that'd just be your nickname for years? That's Lan Wangji. That would be Lan Wangji here.
Oh my god.
Haha, little Dick Lancha.
Jesus. Naked boy Lancha.
Naked boy Lancha.
Fucking speaking of Brian, that was another thing that he would do is he was like prank call places, like restaurants, and be like, yeah, it was him and his friend Christine, and she would call places and be like, I want to come eat at your restaurant. I want to make a reservation, but my boyfriend stole my clothes. Could I come eat at your restaurant nude? And that's Lan Zhan right now. Yeah. Wei Ying steals all his clothes, and he has to call up the ancient Chinese vampire times Olive Garden.
Can I study at the library pavilion nude? Is it against sect rules? Is it against sect rules if your wannabe boyfriend stole your clothes, asking for a friend?
AITA, I had to study nude. So that's where that scene ends. Then we get a bunch of stuff about how Lan Qiren is a sleepy boy.
Yeah, he's a sleepy boy. He can't be asked to like teach class. He just calls out pretty much every day, or he lets class out early because he's like, all right, fuck it, I got an hour of sleep.
Yeah, like
y'all just go quiet study.
I can't fucking blame him at all. Like, I see a lot of hate for Lan Qiren on the internet.
I do too.
I see some things that I think are honestly a bit unwarranted. I don't agree with him all of the time. No. I have some big bones to pick with him. But shit like this, I'm just like, man, I gotta give him some props. Cause like, homie gets home from the fucking mini Olympics, right? And right away, his nephews come up to him and be like, hey, Uncle, we got a big monster. Can you fight the big monster? We tried to do it, but it's too big for us. And he says, okay. And
gotta do your job right. Gotta do it yourself.
You gotta do it yourself because his fucking brother, who's the actual sect leader, is off in his feeling sorry for himself hut.
Yeah, he's off in his feelings cave.
Yeah, he's literally in his feelings. Qingheng be in his feelings.
He in his feelings is the thing. That's the fucking problem. That's the main crux of this issue here.
This entire family's dynamic. Poor Lan Qiren. He just gets saddled with these two kids that he, like... He got nothing to do with this. He's like, man, I wanted to get my degree and teach. I had no interest in having a family. I'm fine without it. I'm doing me.
I wanted to live in my secluded loft with my plants and
teach my classes
and my beta fish and not worry about this shit.
I had my whole life planned, and then Qingheng said, actually, I'm gonna have kids with a lady. So why don't you just take care of these boys for me?
No spoilers though, Roy.
I'll bleep it out.
Okay.
Whatever. But he just saddles his children off on his brother.
Yeah, he just shuffles them off.
Yeah, he just says, here, these are yours now. And I just did like a shuffleboard playing motion. He chases his kids away with a broom and they go run off to Lan Qiren. And he's just gotta deal with it. He's got nothing, he's got no choice in it. He's gotta do it.
Yeah, Qingheng would be like a super unfit parent.
Oh yeah.
Though.
He is a super unfit parent.
He's incredibly unfit.
What parenting is he doing?
Absentee parent.
What parenting is he doing?
Fucking parenting his own fucking broken heart. Whatever.
Fucking whatever. So
he's just pissed, and Lan Ren, like, he's sleepy boy, but he has time to give Wei Wuxian a dressing down.
Oh yeah, he's got to. That's the first thing that he crosses off his to-do list when he gets back. He's like, all right, fucking, can you please stop? I've had about enough of this.
Just, like, leave. Can you just leave?
Can you just leave? You're being a bad influence. Look at this. I have such a good boy here that I've been tasked to raise, and I've done the best that I can. Look at how good he is, and you come around, and you steal his clothes, you fucking... There's only so much a man can handle. And,
Wei Wuxian's like, nah.
I'm gonna do me.
I'm gonna keep fucking around. You can, like, keep giving us half days. This is fine.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. So then we get this little scene where, like, it starts out with Lan Wangji, like, watching Wei Wuxian and all his little buddies from outside the window, and he's just, like, being wistful about it. Like,
everybody thinks that he's, like, watching them and plotting, and Wei Wuxian's like, oh yeah, I think he's trying to figure out, what we're doing wrong. And Zhang Cheng's like, no, not we. It's just you, bro. Like, I think the only person he's watching is you.
Yeah, he's half right.
He's half right.
But, we go into that scene right after Wei Ying giving this whole spiel about what they would do, how they would hang out together.
Yeah.
And, I'm just like, watching Lan Wangji watching Wei Wuxian and all his friends from out the window, and, like, I'm hashtag thonking about all of that, in response to, all of that shit that Wei Ying just proposed that they would do, just the two of them together. And I'm just imagining Lan Wangji going like, man, I really could pick some Lotus Pods, huh? Maybe I would have a friend. Maybe I do got a crush on this dumb-ass, irritating boy.
Yeah, maybe he's thinking about it.
Maybe he's thinking about it. He might be thinking about it, if you ask me.
Yeah, and I think... viewed in that lens, a lot of, like, the angry glaring and, like, just kind of cold staring and stuff is probably misconstrued.
Yeah, it's just his resting bitch face.
It's just his resting bitch face.
It's his fatal flaw.
He has thoughts and dreams, too.
He does! He's just a baby boy!
He's the babiest boy.
He is a baby boy.
I love Lan Wang. Gee!
I love one man.
One man.
So Zhang Cheng says, don't you dislike how he's boring and how he's not fun? And Wei Ying says, it rules, actually. He says
it's actually the best fucking thing ever. Thank you.
He says, it's exceptionally fun because of how a living person can be so not fun.
Yeah, he just will not fucking give up. He won't give up no matter what.
And then we get the best scene so far, in my opinion. Wei Ying is described as hopping inside the window of the library.
Yeah, he climbs through the window, and he climbs
up a tree. Yeah, he climbs up a tree, hops through the window, and he's peak annoying. He is the most annoying he has been thus far. Lanjan, I'm back. Did you miss me, huh? Without copying text for these past few weeks, Lanjan. Hey,
London,
hey.
Did you miss me? Were you thinking about me,
I know you missed me.
I know you missed me, Lanchan.
So stupid. And then
where's my hug, Lanchan?
He says, if I don't leave, will you throw me down? And then he's like, I got a present for you. And
Lan Wangji's like, no, because he knows better by now than to hope a present from Wei Wuxian is anything good. Yeah.
Yeah. So Wei Ying has a little gift. He's got the gift of bunnies.
The gift of life. He's got 2 bunnies. 2 little snowballs. And it's fun because I didn't remember that they were both white.
Yeah, I didn't either. Because in the donghua, one of them is white and one of them is black.
Yep.
Just kind of driving it home a little bit more.
Yeah, like, she didn't have to include these Wangshan facsimile bunnies. It was a choice, but it became an iconic choice.
It's an iconic choice. She said, you know what, I'm gonna give these men some bunsonas.
We're gonna do it.
And,
we're going whole hog, full throttle.
And when I say that these are bunsonas, I mean that these are bunsonas. One of them's got the dead fish eyes.
Dead fish eyes is, like, my favorite descriptor of anything. Got the Lan Wangji eyes just, like, chilling, kind of just vibing. And then the other one just will not stop fucking moving.
Oh yeah, just moving all over the place, spilling ink, hopping around, leaving footprints all over everything.
Having a great time.
Bothering the other bunny.
Just, like, bothering the other bunny, and then, like, the other bunny hops over and bothers Chill One, and Wei Wuxian is like, oh my god, Lan Zhan, look! Lan Zhan, you gotta look right now, whip out the camera, they're fucking!
Bunnies be fucking!
Bunnies be fucking!
And then Lan Wangji, he watches this for 1 second, and he says, both of these are male.
They're dudes!
Can I tell my gay bunny story?
Yeah.
So when I was 13 and my brother was 7-ish, I got a bunny. And anytime I got something cool, my brother thought it was the coolest thing in the world, so he would want one too. So when I got a bunny, he got to get a bunny also. And I had this little tiny white bunny with some black spots on him, and I named him Andy. And my brother's bunny was this big, fluffy black one, and he named him Alex. And we had these 2 bunnies, and we would let them, hop around my room and, do their thing, all the time. And Alex, they he kind of, I'm just gonna say it, he hopped onto little Andy, and he got fucking.
He got on him?
He got on him, and he humped. It happened on more than one occasion.
Wow.
And I had said, are you serious? Are you fucking serious with this?
Right now, my
Are
boy?
you for real? And that has just kind of been a thing in my life, that happened. And it was a funny. And then this book came into my life, and it just feels like there was a reason that I had gay bunnies that fucked when I was 13.
Yeah, it came full circle. We love a theme.
Full circle, yeah.
We love a theme.
We truly do love a theme. I can't believe my brother had Luo Binghe bunny.
Wow, oh my god. Just like constantly just hopping all over the smaller one. She's good.
Listen to Shizu Get iPad. It's our bonus content monthly. Anyway,
I love
$1 a month on Patreon. Anyway,
$1 a month on Patreon.
So these bunnies fuck.
These bunnies be fucking, and Wei Wuxian's like, oh my god, how could you tell they were dudes? Were you looking at their junk? Haha, gay.
Yeah, he's like, I just thought
stupid.
He's like, oh my god, I just thought it was funny that they were fucking, but you really noticed that they were gay. The absolute madman.
The absolute madman. And Lan Wangji just has enough, and he literally throws him out of the library pavilion. And it's so, there's a sentence that's like, Wei Wuxian laughed while in midair, just, I'm just imagining Wei Wuxian tumbling through the air.
He's a fucking cartoon character.
Propelled by Lan Wangji's anger and his own laughter is so incredible to me.
What a fucking idiot. He is a cartoon character.
It's fucking amazing.
He's a Looney Tune.
He's Bugs Bunny. We've been over it. He's literally Bugs Bunny. It'd be like that.
That's how it'd be. So then...
And he's still laughing, and, he rolls around outside because he's just having such a good time, and,
his default movement is rolling around.
We get, just a brief glimpse into Lan Wangji's POV, which this happens a couple times throughout the book. It's usually just a sentence or two, and, there was one extra chapter where it was entirely in his point of view, which was fucking incredible. But, and he's like, no matter how hard he resisted, he couldn't shut out Wei Wuxian's vibrant, unrestrained laughter.
It's so good.
I just really like that line a lot. He can't
do it.
He can't do it. Oh God, we love
and can and stand one man.
Can and stand one man.
So then the next scene, we get the Lan on Wikipedia page.
Yeah, fucking they're all in the class, and Zhang Chang is moved up to the front of the seat because you know,
there's all this, yeah.
That feel when you get busted partying and have to pretend to be a model student so that your dad will keep paying your prep school tuition.
God.
Normal shit.
I definitely thought you were going to go into so your dad will keep paying attention to you, but he never starts paying attention to you.
No, he just pays the prep school tuition. Yeah, I wasn't going to go as far as to say that he ever paid attention to Zhang Chang.
We'll get there. Anyway, so we get some info about Lan An, who is the founder of the Lan sect.
Yeah, the founder of the Lan sect.
The world's ancient vampire times China's first wife guy.
a wife guy. He was originally a monk, and he was a really good monk, and then he founded the Lawn Sect because he wanted to get married.
Yeah, he...
Just like Episcopalianism.
Yeah. So he came down from his mountain, and he met his quote-unquote fated person, and they became cultivation partners, and that's where we get the introduction of both the concept of cultivation partners and the Lawn Sect's, like, romantic tendencies.
Mm-hmm. And everybody's so confused because, like, this is such a beautiful romantic story, and they're like, then why do they raise so many fuddy-duddies? Because they can't think beyond the surface of them being peerless and beautiful.
Yeah.
And just don't think about the fact that, like...
They dehumanize them by putting them on pedestals.
Yeah, there you go. 3 fucking sect leaders running that we know of have been just, like, completely unhinged romantics.
So, for anybody who's getting into this and for whatever reason hasn't picked up on what cultivation partners are yet, it's where you marry somebody and you cultivate with them and you go on night hunts with them and you're with them forever and it's your person and
your partners.
Your partners and you may or may not be fucking, probably.
Most likely fucking.
Anyway, so we get all that, and immediately, because we're dealing with a bunch of teenage boys, they're like, I wonder if his wife is hot. But the thing is, like, we don't actually get a signifier of Lan-On's partner's gender. Like, it says her, but, like, there aren't gendered pronouns in Chinese. So I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know if, like, there was a word for wife in here that just didn't make it into the translation or what it is, but, like, I don't know. We don't know.
It's fun.
Yeah, it is fun
to think about.
It's fun to think about. It's also just funny to me to call him a wife guy. Anyway.
He is a wife guy.
So all these idiot boys are like, I wonder if she was hot. I wonder... Hey, girls.
Hey, Zishuan, who do you think is the hottest?
They literally ask him who is his best girl.
Yeah, it's fucking incredible. Like, obviously the answer is Nozomi. I don't know why you would answer anything else. But fucking...
I think you're forgetting Hanayo, but that's just me. Anyway.
No, I'm not forgetting anyone. Nozomi is the best girl. We're not getting into this. Continuing on. So, here's Zishuan.
Who would be Jin Zishuan's best girl?
Hanamaru.
Yeah.
Kind of the same vibe. Maybe know what?
Daya?
Maki.
Ooh.
Maki or Ellie?
Ooh.
He likes the mature girls.
Yeah.
Who can take care of themselves.
Yeah. I see, but that's why I was thinking Daya, because she's also got that traditional aspect. That's who he thinks he likes. That's who he thinks he likes.
That's who he thinks he likes, but he's secretly really into Nozomi because of the mysticism and the titties.
Who isn't into Nozomi because of the titties?
I decline answering that question.
Anyway, so we get a little bit of info about how Madame Yu and Madame Jin are lesbians together.
Yeah, basically. They're like 2 Hillary Clintons.
Whole closet full of pantsuits. Madame Yu and Madame Jin.
Closet full of Clintons.
Yeah.
God, I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
Oh my god. Woo! I am with her.
No.
No, these hers. I'm with hers.
I'm with hers.
So Zhang Cheng's mom, Madame Yu, and Jin Zishuan's mom, Madame Jin, were best friends. And they said, when we have kids...
we're going to use them as pawns for our own happiness.
We're going to live vicariously through our children. And they said, yes, that's a good idea.
Yep.
So Jin Zishuan and Zhang Yanli are engaged, and Jin Zishuan fucking hates it.
He hates it because he thinks he's so much better than she is. And, like, it's described in the book that she's fairly unremarkable compared to, like, the rest of the amazing girls. It's like... If you were like a person who got straight A's in community college and then like your peers are all going to fucking Stanford.
Yeah.
on rich people scholarship. Wait, that's not a thing.
Rich people scholarships are definitely a thing.
Rich people scholarships, also known as tuition.
Yeah.
I forget some people pay for college without having to get a scholarship.
Yeah.
That's weird and crazy to
Isn't
think
it
about.
wild that some people can just afford college, but they usually get out of it because of how rich they are anyway?
Oh god, I can't talk about this.
I love economics. Anyway,
makes my acid reflux bubble up.
Makes me gassy. So he's mad because he thinks he's better. It also says that she's like, it just kind of says that she's like, her cultivation isn't great. Her looks are quote unquote only above average. So
she's only pretty.
Yeah, she's only an 8.9 out of 10. So,
clearly doesn't meet his standards.
Yeah, he has to be with somebody who he can tell other people that 10s are talking. So,
yeah, and fucking Jinzi Schwan is just like, yeah, what, so? Why would I want to fuck with her, huh? Yeah. She's so lame. She's a fucking 7, okay? I deserve a 10, bro. And Jong Chung is like, he stands up, he's like, ho,
I know you did.
No, you did not. And Wei Wuxian is like, he
says, who's a 10?
He says, who's a 10? He takes it upon himself to shove away Zhang Yanli's actual blood brother, and it's like,
yeah.
What the fuck did you say about Zhang Yanli, bitch?
Yeah.
You got something to say?
And then Jinzi Schwan slices the shit out of Wei Wuxian and Zhang Cheng.
Yep.
In one go. He says, if you like her so much, why don't you ask her dad to marry her, because he treats you better than he treats his own son anyway. And Wei Ying says kablamo.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, and
he pops him, but good.
Yeah, he pops him, but good. And then Zhang Fengmian and Jin Guangshan are here.
Yeah, the fight starts, and they're like, they talk to Lan Qiren, and they're the ones who got scolded by Lan Qiren.
Yeah! This is so good. So this is different from how it goes down in the Donghua, because in the Donghua what we see is, Zhang Fengmian by himself, saying bye to Lan Qiren and then coming and being like, let's go home, Wei Ying. Yeah. But here we have two dads getting scolded by another dad. And the thing that's so, so if you look at the way that they talk to each other, they had to have known each other as teens. They refer to each other with the Shong thing, which means that they're about the same age.
Yep.
They're talking to each other like they're bros. And there's, if you do the math, there's, probably a likelihood that Lan Qiren is, a little bit younger than them.
Oh my god.
Which is so fucking funny.
That's
it's
fucking hilarious!
Okay, so your dumbass kid gets in trouble at boarding school, and you gotta go there, you get called up by the principal, and you gotta go deal with it. You go to have the parent-teacher conference, and your old bro from when you were in boarding school is there too, and you're like, hey, what's up, bro? And you get scolded by your other friend's nerd-ass little brother who has never had fun once in his life.
The freshman that you bullied in senior year! Fuck, oh my god, this must feel so good for Lan Qiren.
Oh my god, dude, this is the only fanfiction I want.
Oh my god,
this is the only thing I want.
Great!
Holy
no, I'm
shit.
writing it immediately.
Oh my god.
But anyway, after they get out of their verbal ass beating, they're talking to each other. And
there's such good, so this is the first time we've heard about Jin Guangshan and what a piece of shit he is a couple of times, and we get such good characterization of him as just this social climbing, disrespectful, simpering piece of shit with just a couple of lines of dialogue and just paragraphs. It's so good. He's just so shitty.
He's a simpering piece of shit. And so they talk to each other. And
he's just mostly, so concerned with appearances.
Really. It's mostly Zhang Fengmian who kind of comes to the decision that the engagement needs to end. And I honestly love how Zhang Fengmian makes the final decision on this, their wives are just non-existent.
Yeah, but they don't matter.
At the same time, it isn't as awful as it maybe would have been if Madame Yu and Madame Jin had been given a say in this. I think it's likely that the madams wouldn't have agreed to calling it off because they're too used to seeing their kids as pawns and extensions of themselves to acknowledge the fact that this marriage and its current permutation would have sucked.
None of these people are normal.
Like, they're not normal at all. And, like, I think Jang Fangyan is fucking terrible. But, like, he still seems to have at least more an empathetic... He seems to be more of an empathetic person than Madame Yu in general. Like...
I feel like in
it's
this...
self-serving, though.
Yeah, but I feel like, his heart is in the right place.
Yeah.
He feels like he's making the best decision for everybody here. Yeah. And, you know, he's like, look, the way he's coming at it is like... Look, if I'm gonna put my daughter, I don't want to put my daughter through the shit that I'm having to go through.
Pretty much, yeah.
Whereas, you know, he suggests this to Jin Guangshan, and Jin Guangshan is like, but it's gonna make us look bad. I don't know. And
it's like, they don't know anything.
Yeah, they're just dumbass kids. Yeah, they don't know anything. They're just stupid kids. They're just teens. They just be on their phones. They don't know shit. But eventually Jang Fengmian, like, he wins out. It's
because he makes sense. He's like, you know, like, if they're going to spend the rest of their lives together and they have to do it while hating each other's guts, that's not going to be good for anybody. Come on.
Yeah, and, like, Jin Guangshan is like, I feel like he would end up seeing this in a way as well, because I think this is where, somewhere in here we get a bit of, or somewhere in this chapter, we get a bit of info about his marriage too, and how he's scared to shit of his wife, because she's as much of a hard ass as Madame Yu is.
Yeah, it was only that he had never dared to go against Madame Jean.
Yeah, why would you? Even though he does it constantly.
Yeah, pretty much. But, like, it's in a way that
it's
she can only punish him for, like, in private.
Yeah. Couple ways to take that.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe it was intended. Who knows?
Fucking,
I like fucking Jang Fengmian he says his piece, and then after some consideration, Jin Guangshan conjured up the courage to agree to it.
I love that. Like, I wrote that down.
Conjured up the courage for the first time in his fucking life.
Yeah, his piece of shit life.
Yeller piece of shit. He's Yeller. I said it.
I'm gonna old Yeller him.
Take him out back and shoot him.
God.
He's outlived his usefulness.
When was he ever useful?
That's a great question.
I
don't advocate child murder, though, so we're gonna say at least adulthood.
Yeah. Once he turned 18, all bets were off.
That's right.
I'm reading this and I'm just hearing them refer to each other as Jinshong and everything, and I'm just like, what were they like in school? I want to see that.
I'm hashtag talking about it.
I'm hashtag so having like a Muppet Babies about it.
Oh my god!
Sect Leader Babies.
Sect Leader Babies.
I want it. You have your shitty little playboy Jin Guangshan. you got Jang Fengmian's like the closest to normal that we're gonna get out of all of these guys.
Probably.
He's kind of mild mannered. You know, he doesn't have much of a backbone, but he does what he can. You got crazy old Wen Rohan.
Jang Fengmian is the friend who's like, guys, I don't think this is such a great idea.
He's the Chucky.
Wen Rohan, who is just like the absolute chud. For some reason, he's
the Angelica Pickles.
Oh my god, yeah, he has a bunch of friends because he's really charismatic, but, like, it's because everyone is, like, kind of afraid of him.
Yeah, he's a little bit more powerful than everybody, so he can get away with, like, lying to them and getting them into shenanigans.
Yeah,
getting them into trouble.
Ching Hongjun is the one that Ching Hongjun and, fucking, Lan Qiren are the ones that they, you know, give swirlies to.
Yeah. Ching Hongjun, I think he's there, but he's just kind of like, he's the dreamy one. You know, he's the very, like, you know, he's got his head up in the clouds. He's kind of, at this point, he hasn't, you know, abandoned all of his responsibilities to get his dick wet. So he's just kind of, you know, he's just doing him. He's vibing. And then Dad Nie is there also. He's the big guy. He's just the big guy.
He's the big guy. He's the quarterback.
Yeah, he's the quarterback. Yeah. This is the shit I want.
Christ.
You got the two mean girl squad of Madame Yu and Madame Jean. You got class clown Sansa Sonren.
Oh my god.
She's the one fucking... Oh my god, she's the one giving Lan Qiren a swirly.
Yeah, she fucking her and Madame Lawn sneak into Lon Sheeran's room at night and like cut off his baby stubble goatee.
His baby stubble goatee.
The 2 hairs he has under his chin. They do him a favor and cut it off.
My fucking friend Al, when we were growing up, he lived across the street from us, and he was like 4 years older than me. When he got around 13 or 14 and he started getting facial hair, he had like one really long chin hair that he was letting grow out, and he called it his goatee.
Oh my god!
That's teen Lon Sheeran.
Yes, it's my goatee.
Yes, it is my goatee.
It is my goatee.
So then we cut outside, and Wei Ying is sitting on the ground digging in dirt.
John Chung comes up to him. He's like, "Wow, working hard or hardly working. Look how sweet and obedient you are.
What a
fucking
good
around
boy.
in the dirt.
What a good, nasty little dirty boy." And
Sean's like, "I know, right? It whips."
we get this bit about how Zhang Fengmian had never hurried to another sect in one day for anything related to Zhangcheng, no matter if the issue was good or bad, large or small.
Yeah, and
paragraph break, never. Zhang Fengmian sucks, dude.
He fucking sucks.
He sucks.
That's why I did not go so far as to call him a good person for being empathetic earlier, because he's not. He fucking sucks. He's so, like, self-serving.
Yeah, like, of course he has to rush over for Wei Wuxian. Like, in the eyes of society, Wei Wuxian is like a charity case.
Yeah.
So if Wei Ying succeeds, Zhang Fengmian has to like make an extra big deal about it to like prove to everybody else that this was a worthwhile investment.
Yeah.
And that he's not wasting his time. And then if Wei Ying fucks up, Zhang Fengmian has to take care of it extra quick, because Wei Ying's fuck-ups are going to weigh twice as heavy on the entire Zhang sect.
Right.
And like, it makes him even shittier. This isn't an excuse for him. It's just like...
It's not, and there's also the added element of this kid, that he's put under his protection pretty much arbitrarily from the start, because, you know, he's the last remaining part of this girl that he had a crush on all these years ago.
Yeah.
Which just adds another layer of, like, narcissism onto it, just, like, trying to protect the only part of Sangsa Sanren that still exists.
Mm-hmm. Which is... it's weird.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
It's fucking weird.
It's weird.
We have not, like... we can maybe talk about it in more detail when we get to the part where, like, I think Madame Yu actually calls him out on that.
Yeah.
But it's fucking weird to be like, oh... I'm gonna go search for years and years for the child of the girl that I really liked, and then raise him and treat him even better than any of my own kids.
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
It's suspect, B. It's really gross.
It's fucking weird. But anyway, but yeah, and like the other side of it is like ignoring Zhangcheng. It's like sending Zhangcheng the message that like no matter what he does, it's never going to be worth praise, and it's never going to be it's never even going to be worth admonishment. Like, he's not worth paying attention to, and that's why he has such a complex.
Yep.
God, it fucking sucks. The whole thing is just like, dude, oh my god.
I feel like I say this every fucking episode, but please, somebody get Zhang Chung some therapy!
Honest.
Get him some therapy!
To God, I want to just take Zhang Fengmian and Madame Yu's heads and just squish them together like fucking coconuts. Just like, be normal.
It makes me so angry.
Parents, Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway.
Jesus Christ. But
so Wei Ying is digging in dirt again.
He's digging in dirt, and like JC's like, you better watch your back if Lan Wangji comes around again and sees you. And Wei Wuxian's like, oh, I mean, he's already been here. So.
Oh, he done that.
Oh, he been done that. Like, he came across, and I was like, kneeling and stuff. He just came to check if I was doing a good job or whatever. I was like,
I was doing a good job digging in dirt,
looking all contrite and shit. But like, actually, I was digging dirt. I found this like sick anthill down here, dude. You gotta see it. It's so funny.
This cool anthill. I watched it. It was so funny when the ants did ant things, and I was laughing, and he thought I was crying.
I was like poking at the anthill. He like laughed, and then he looked back at me, bro, and I was still poking at it. I was like laughing, and like my shoulders were like shaking, and like he definitely thought I was crying, but then he like came up. I was just like fucking rolling around in the dirt and like playing with the anthills. It was so fucking sick, dude. It was so sick.
Story time.
He's so stupid. I just like, also, I love how Wei Wuxian, like, he's such a bro, but also he's really cute. I love how he consistently just like rolls on the ground laughing.
He just rolls on the ground to roll on the ground.
He's so exuberant.
He is. He's so childlike in like a good way.
Yeah.
Just like this innocent, it's so cute. But like, also him saying that he thinks Lan Wangji thought he was crying, like, you can't just fucking say that to me, Wei Ying.
Yeah, like, really.
You can't make me think about Lan Wangji thinking that you were crying and being concerned about it. Yeah.
Come on.
You can't do this to me.
It's fucking rude. And the fact that he just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I'm like, can you just have one modicum of self-awareness, just like a smidge,
just a
once
smidge
in your goddamn miserable, weird,
stupid, adorable baby life.
Messy baby life.
Baby life. So Zhang Cheng is like, he fucking hates you. He never wants to see you again.
He never wants to see you ever again.
And then Wei Ying is like, okay, and he leaves.
It's like, and then he busts out, and that's the fucking chapter.
Yep.
That's the end of that particular jaunt.
Like, it doesn't even, like, everything else is like, yeah, he officially got kicked out of the cloud races. But here, like, it just goes, you should get out of here. And then he says, okay, and he does. Like,
it's like,
I like, nothing about Lan Qiren being like, all right, you're banned from class, go home. It's just like, it's like, the way it's written, if you knew nothing else about it, you would, like, I'm picturing somebody reading this and going, so did he just, like, go to Zhang Fengmian afterwards and be like, hey, so Zhang Cheng said that this guy doesn't want to see me ever again. Let's go home, I guess. I'm done studying here. Guess I'll just go be alone at home for 9 months.
Yeah, I'm done going to school.
Yeah, I'm done. He fucking would. Like, if he said, I don't want to go to... I think I don't want to go to school anymore, Zhang Fengmian would be like, okay.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Yeah. Hey, whatever makes you happy.
God, I fucking hate him.
Fucking awful. So then, I want to take a pin out that I had put in earlier in the chapter. So earlier we were talking about all the porn.
Yeah.
And so I was having to read, usually we read this in print form. I have the books, the hardcover books that I made.
Yeah.
You have a printout that I made for you. This week I had to read on my phone. And so I was reading straight off the Exiled Rebels translation on their website, and so it still had all of the translator's notes intact. I took some of them out just because some of them were self-explanatory, some of them were too long, whatever. But so this one had the translator's notes, and in the translator's notes, they have an example of the porn that they probably would have been looking at, but specifically they have some ancient Chinese gay porn.
Yeah.
And can we fucking talk about this for a second?
Sure.
I'm gonna pull it up, because I meant to have this ready to go earlier, but I forgot. So, the translator's note says picture books. These most likely refer to books of erotic illustrations. As this has already appeared a few times in the story, it might be a good idea to check out what they actually look like. This is an example of a cut sleeve illustration. And the bottom here is very distinctly wearing a fun little jiggy hat.
Yeah, you're right. That's pretty good.
There's just somebody, like, watching through the window as these two guys fuck over a table.
Wow. They're just peeking?
Just peeking.
They're just peeking.
Just taking a little peek. So, they're looking so soulfully into each other's eyes.
I know, it's so sweet.
But yeah, so, I don't know, maybe I'll link to that?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't fucking know. Yeah.
Ancient Chinese porn, you got it.
Ancient Chinese porn. So that's our chapter, finally.
Yeah, it was a doozy.
That was a big old one.
Yeah, that was a big one of it.
Yeah, next time we're reading 2 chapters, distinctly shorter than this one.
Yeah.
Reading chapters 19 and 20.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Lots of stuff in this one.
It'll be good.
It'll be good. Do you want to get to our good old Google Translate?
Yeah, let's do the Google Translate Essence collection.
Essence. So today I have 4 selections. They're none of them are too long.
Okay.
they're all just kind of thematically, I feel like, in line with the things that happen in this chapter. So, the first two are from Chinese. We'll just go with this first. So this first one is all dialogue.
Yeah.
But I don't have the tags. I don't have the dialogue tags. So I don't
okay.
know. Yeah, I don't know who's talking.
It's a fun game.
It's a fun guessing game. So let's do this.
If the little old-fashioned board is really so good, it's the look of your brother, so I'm not going to give it up. Going, not smelly.
Not smelly, distinctly.
Not smelly, distinctly. What the fuck? I don't even know what this could refer to.
I don't... Going, not smelly.
Going, not smelly.
I feel like that should be our sign-off now.
Going, smelly.
Going... Oh, but we are smelly, huh?
We are smelly, yeah.
We are smelly. So this next one is also from Chinese, but I've had it for a while, so I don't know what the fuck.
Blue forgets to subconsciously avoid some of it, open the umbrella, and Wei Wei, who is already as clever as a chicken, is under the umbrella. Good!
Good! You know what? I agree.
I like it.
I like clever as a chicken.
Clever as a chicken is really good because chickens are very stupid.
Did I ever tell you about when I got attacked by a rooster?
No? What?
Oh my god. So when I was like in like kindergarten or first grade, and we went on a field trip to the like farmers market thing.
Yeah.
And they just kind of have like some animals that just kind of roam around. And there was a rooster among a lot of chickens, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if I looked at him wrong, if I gave him the stink eye and didn't realize it, or if he just did not take kindly to me being there. But I'm there with my class, and he just runs up and swipes at my chest with his talons.
Oh my god!
I had to go home.
Holy shit!
I was bleeding.
Oh my god!
It was fucking crazy. He did not like me. He was so mad.
He just had some fucking problems with you.
But that's not being clever as a chicken. That's just brute force.
Rude as a chicken.
Yeah. Mean as a rooster. God damn. Anyway, our third selection is a fun one. So this one was a tweet, and it was originally in Korean. And this is about all the context I have for it because there wasn't like a picture or anything to go with it. It's just this.
It seems to me that Nam Mangi will move around the Wi-Fi without any reason and move the world around the Wi-Fi without any reason. I love being a man, so it's an absolute standard. Not really sure, but I do agree.
Yeah. You know, if I had to wager a guess, I would definitely say that Nam Mangi will absolutely move the Wi-Fi.
Namangi.
Namangi, Pokemon will move the world around the Wi-Fi.
Without any reason.
Without any reason.
None reason whatsoever.
None reason.
None reason.
None. I love being a man, so it's an absolute standard.
A man. It's an absolute standard.
For all of my male listeners, all of our male listeners, carry that with you in your heart.
It's an absolute standard.
It's an absolute standard. So this final one is very fun. This one is the summary of a fic that was posted on Wattpad.
Good old Wattpad.
Good old Wattpad, and this was translated from Vietnamese, which is always a treat. Google Translate does not know what to do with Vietnamese.
Not at all. Wayon, ellipses, a black rabbit cultivating as a human. Every night on the banks of the river in Delong, he flutes the flute that fascinates those who cross that river and takes away their memories. More and more people, after one night, became vague. The spirit was confused until this news spread to Lam Vong, Lam Trum.
Ellipsis.
Lam Trum is fun. I like that translation of his name. I hope that's like his genuine Vietnamese translation.
That seems to be what it is.
Lam Trum.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wei On is weighing. I've picked up a few things.
Wei On is cute.
Wei On is cute.
I'm sorry if I'm butchering any of the Vietnamese. It's like literally the most difficult language for me no matter what.
We live in Virginia Beach.
Well, I mean, that's not really an excuse for me because I used to live in Southern California where there's a huge Vietnamese population. And I remember my mom, like, she works with a bunch of Vietnamese people. And she used to ask them to teach her phrases or like how to say hello in Vietnamese, and they'd be like, "No, you'll fuck it up."
That's why every time we go to like Pho 79 or something, they just have the menu and you can just point at the thing you want. Just be like,
yeah,
give me that.
Very much so.
Yeah.
I mean, I still try with it, but with limited success.
Yeah, to get beyond pho and like banh mi, it's like
I can't.
You're having a time.
I'm having a time.
But I like this fic summary because I'm trying to put it together and what it seems to me to be, and this is me using my big glowing interdimensional brain, is that we've got Wei Ying, who's actually a bunny.
Like a bunny god.
Not even like a bunny god, he's just a bunny, but somehow he figured out how to cultivate and, like, is able to take a human form.
That actually is a thing.
Oh, I
that's
love that.
Thing. That's definitely a thing in like the lore. I'm pretty sure because I've read that in a bunch of different places before. It's like an animal. If an animal cultivates enough and like builds up their spiritual energy enough, they can like use the spiritual energy to create a human form.
Oh, I love that. Kind of a Princess Tutu one.
Yeah, a little bit.
I love that.
So that's like a thing. So that would definitely make sense.
Okay, so that checks out. Okay, that's what I'm going to go with. That's what I'm officially saying that this must be. So
I've seen that happen with a hamster before in a dame.
Oh, I love that.
Great,
you know how I am about a hamster.
You know it.
But yeah, so we got Bunny Wei Ying. He gets enough spirits to be able to become human.
It's good.
And he's kind of, I guess, doing some kind of Pied Piper bullshit, because he flutes the flute.
He does flute the flute.
He takes away people's memories. They become vague.
They do become vague.
The spirit is confused. I'm not sure who the spirit is, who or what the spirit is, but it's confused, and then Lam Trum hears about it. And then that's where we go. That's kind of where our little ears prick up.
Yeah, Lam Trum's on the case.
Yeah, good old Lam Trum and good old Wei On.
Wei On.
I love it. I love that shit. I hope this fic is, for anybody who can read Vietnamese and has enjoyed whatever fic this is, I don't remember what it is, I hope it's good. Because the premise...
Very cute.
Oh, I'm putting on my chef hat and kissing.
Shout out to my Via listeners. If we have any.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into something having to do with that. So
really?
Yeah. So let's get into some questions.
Yeah, let's do some questions.
So if you got some questions, you can go ahead and send them to cloudrecessespod.tumblr.com/ask or via Twitter at cloudrecesspod. Just the one recess.
Just the one recess.
Just the one. We have questions coming in from all over the place today.
Wow.
So let's go to Twitter first.
Twitter.
We have one on Twitter. One? Is it just the one? It's just the one. Yeah. One question on Twitter, and this is good.
You know it's from our pal at Ask Jovery, the only one who ever asks us questions on Twitter. Everybody asks us questions on Twitter. It's fun. They did ask, if you guys were bunnies in the cloud recesses, what kind do you think you would be, and what bunny shenanigans do you think Bun Wang Ji and Wei Bunshan get up to beyond the obvious?
Oh my god, okay. I already know what type of bunny I am because my fursona is a Holland Lop.
That's right.
Yeah, cream-colored Holland Lop, so that's
she's
me.
Furry trash.
Listen, so I'm Bun. I'm Lop.
I would be... I would be like a dusky brown Flemish giant.
I was going to say, what's the bear of bunnies?
And Flemish giant.
Yeah, it's
definitely
absolutely
a Flemish giant.
Oh my god.
A large one.
Big. And I'm the dwarf who is in love with my giant friend, my giant wife.
Oh my god.
I'm obsessed with my giant wife who's 4 times my size.
That's it. I love my curvy wife.
I'm the wife guy.
You're the wife guy.
But what type of bunny shenanigans do they get up to? I mean, Wei Bunshan, Tushan, as I've heard him called.
Tushan.
I love that. He's making a mess.
I feel like, yeah, he would make a mess and he would make a point to drag Lon Bungie on many, many badly thought out bunny adventures.
Yeah, little capers.
Little capers.
I'm thinking back to the shit that my bunnies used to do, and it's mostly chewing up things.
Running around and getting lost.
Pooping as you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. They chewed all of the buttons off of my TV remote.
That's great.
They chewed a lot of pencils down to the lead.
Wow.
Just so it would just be this stick of graphite with, like, the eraser head on it.
That's impressive.
It's funny.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so I'm guessing they're gonna chew a lot of wood.
Okay. Definitely gonna chew some wood.
You cannot put these fucking bunnies in the library pavilion. This just occurred to me.
Oh, no.
They're gonna be pooping all over it. They're gonna be eating all of the paper.
No, okay, so here's the thing. I feel like Lon Bungie would probably realize the sanctity of the space until Wei Wuxian, like, started really getting in on it. And he's like, come on, man, this paper's delicious. You know you want to.
And he, the first few times he's like, no.
In typical Bungie fashion, he's like, no, I'm above it.
I'm only going to eat my Timothy hay.
I can control myself.
Yeah.
I can control myself. I'm good.
I'm good. I'm eating my lettuce. It's fine.
Good. I'm chilling. The way Sean's like, you sure, man? It's real fun over here. You want to eat some of this poetry? I'm getting so much hot knowledge right now. Lon Wangji just, like, loses his composure and finally snaps and eats 6 books in one sitting.
Yep. It's good.
I like that. They're very cute.
They're cute.
They're very cute.
Let's go over to Dwinder. Or, not Dwinder, Dumbler.
Dumbler.
So, we got us a 2-parter.
A 2-parter, all right.
And, I've already read this, so I'm just going to say, little bit of a spoiler alert. I do want to talk about this because I big agree with it.
Mm-hmm.
But some spoilers here, so if you want to avoid that, just skip ahead some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Captain Nocturnal Wanderlust said, this is a 2-parter because it wouldn't all fit. Part 1. So much shit could have been avoided in MDZS if Jin Guangshan had been a decent person. Yes. Mm-hmm. If he kept his dick in his pants and listened to the other sect leaders so much could have been avoided. I'm about to go galaxy brain and sorry for possible spoilers. Please don't apologize. But if Jin Guangshan hadn't been power hungry and forced the remaining Wens into slavery, Wei Wuxian may not have become the Yiling Patriarch, which ended in Jin Zixuan's death. Part 2 of my earlier submission. That leads to Mo Xuanyu. If Jin Guangshan had been a decent guy, he would have cared for all the kids he produced, which means he wouldn't have shipped Mo Xuanyu off and caused him to go crazy and summon Wei Wuxian. And Jin Guangyao. Jin Guangshan being decent could have maybe stopped Jiggy from all the stuff he did. Think about it. I'm not saying everything would be solved, but some really big things could have been avoided. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I like that. I think that the only thing I don't necessarily agree with is, Wei Wuxian not becoming the Yiling Patriarch, because I think in that way it was pretty much inevitable that he was going to have to do that, because if you think about it, he lost his golden core. There was really no other method for him to continue living and helping people and saving people. Even if the remaining Wens hadn't been enslaved, there still would have been a lot of stuff that he would have had to help people with, cultivation-wise, that he really would not have been able to accomplish.
Yeah, him getting into demonic cultivation is one of the few things that I can't pin on Jiggis.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's like, I think at the point, like, even before the Wens got enslaved, he had already done so many fun war crimes.
Oh yeah.
So, I think he was probably, in that respect, he was probably doomed from the start, but... Like, you're right in that it probably would not have been as just, like, horrifically egregious as it ended up getting.
One thing, so the crux of this whole thing is, like, if Jiggis had been a good person...
Yeah.
The thing is, if Jiggis had been a good person, I don't think he would have all of those illegitimate children to care for.
Right!
We would have no Mo Xuanyu. We would have no Jiggy.
Yep.
We would have another character I'm not going to name. If if he had just fucking not gotten his dick wet constantly.
Yep. You're totally right. And Captain Nocturnal Wanderlust was also 100% right.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's the whole, like, it's like the fulcrum of the story. When you think about it, when you hashtag thonk about it, depends almost entirely on Jin Guangshan just being this irredeemably terrible person.
He's reprehensible. He's fucking awful.
Literally.
He's my enemy.
He is the true antagonist. I'm gonna be real.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, Chief. I'm gonna keep it real with you, Jin Sect Leader Jin Guangshan.
Father of lies. Fuck this guy. But, like, wow, totally agree. I absolutely love that.
Jin Guangshan, meet me in the Food Lion parking lot.
Meet me in the Food Lion parking lot.
Turn on your location. I just want to talk.
I'm out here swinging my fucking nunchucks. I'm ready.
Anyway, so if you're at this point and you're hearing this and you're listening, you don't want to be spoiled, it's good to listen.
Yeah, you're all good to keep listening. Moving on. Anonymous asked, 1, what was your favorite messy bitch moment of the week?
We forgot to do the messy bitch moment last week. We gotta go back to that, too. Let's finish the question, though.
2, on a scale of Nie Huaisong to Nie Mingjue, which MDCS characters do you think would handle themselves well in a transmigration novel?
Oh my god.
And which ones would be an unmitigated disaster?
Oh my fucking god.
Alright, so the first... Oh god, this entire chapter was a messy bitch moment.
Oh yeah. This chapter should just be called Messy Bitch Moments.
Messy bitch...
The messy
style.
Bitch arc. Oppa messy bitch style.
Oppa messy bitch style.
It's so messy. Like, I don't know if I can think of which moment is the messiest out of this whole thing.
I don't...
Because all of it's so fucking messy.
I think the messiest part was, like, no, it wasn't, because, like, Wei Wuxian already knew that it was basically the end for him, so he was gonna poke in that ant hole anyway. God.
That is probably literally the messiest.
The messy bitch moment was him wanting so badly not to have the blame entirely on him that he grabbed hold of Lan Wangji and dragged him over the wall.
That was messy as fuck. And that's in a chapter where he punches somebody, so...
Yeah. Another, like, truly, like, messy moment was, you know, when he was half awake and, like, sloppy drunk and, like, who's trying... come at me, bro. Who you wanna go? You want to go? Like,
messy drunk ass.
Messy drunk ass.
He's fucking white girl drunk at the beginning of this chapter.
He was definitely white girl wasted. So on the transmigration note.
Oh wait, before that, we didn't do a messy bitch moment last chapter?
Yeah.
Or last episode?
Are you assuming that I remember what happened last episode?
That's a good point. I mean, last episode we mostly just talked about fucking hot dogs and Green Swamp Warriors.
Can we just blanket this entire arc as one big messy bitch moment?
That's a good point. You know what? Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So on the transmigration novel thing, I think it can be argued that this novel is a transmigration novel.
Hit me with this. Oh, you're right. Oh no, you're right. You know what? You're right.
Yeah. He gets transported into the body of another dude, has to live as that dude.
Damn.
It's transmigration, bro.
Damn.
So in that vein, if this were a more traditional transmigration novel where it was like someone from the modern world transported to the Shanja times, I think that Wei Wuxian would do best. I think he'd do best. I think he'd be down for it.
He kind of proves himself.
He likes new experiences. Yeah. He's very adaptable.
Yeah.
You know, he's flexible as hell.
He fully embraces the bit.
He fully embraces the fucking bit. Oh god.
I don't think Zhang Cheng would be very good.
Zhang Cheng would not be good with it at all.
No.
He'd be upset that he didn't have his video games.
He'd be mad that he has to do things.
Oh my god.
He'd be mad that once again he has obligations foisted upon him. And that he has to behave in a certain way. He'd just be mad about it. He wouldn't realize that that's what he's mad about, but he'd be mad about it.
Oh, definitely.
Lan Wangji, I don't think would be very good at it.
Yeah, Lan Wangji. Well, actually, you know what? If it was from a modern setting to a more traditional setting, it's kind of funny to think about because this is like a complete like Google translating something and then Google translating it back to the original language. I think he would kind of take well to it.
Yeah, if it's a modern, you know what, I can see that. Yeah, if it's a modern to Vampire Times translation.
Yeah. Or if it was like a Vampire Times to sci-fi translation, I think he would fucking die.
Oh yeah, right. yeah.
But like if we're talking modern times to Vampire Times.
Yeah,
it'd be fine.
Because he's just got such like a mindset, and he's so just a like upstanding boy. Yeah. You know? He'd do well in it would depend on the setting that he's being translated into, is the bottom line.
Yeah, definitely.
Who else do you think might be good at it? Because I mean, we've got the like we've got our 0 and our 10 here on our scale. And I feel like that's very
Lan Shichen would be vibing.
He would be vibing.
He'd be like, you know what, this is kind of cool.
He's like, I can do this. He isn't super crafty though. Like
he's not.
I feel like if he's allowed to vibe, this is like, if Lan Wangji depends on the setting, Lan Shichen depends on the character. Because if it's a character where he's just allowed to vibe, I feel like he'd do fine. If he's a character where he has to like think on his feet, I don't think he's gonna do quite as well.
Yeah, neither of the Lans are really very good at that.
Yeah.
They're like, I saw this in a fic I was reading today. Fucking Lan Wangji is like, he's intelligent, but his intelligence is high, but his processing is like pretty slow. I don't think they're very good at thinking on their feet unless it's like a knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah, unless it's like reflexes.
Yeah, reflex.
Like, yeah.
There we go.
Or if it has something to do with like something that they're like very, very proficient in.
AKA they're autistic.
Yeah!
Like literally they are. Like not even throwing any shade.
Not throwing any shade because me.
Yeah,
but
for real.
Yeah, we've talked about that, but that's like one of my biggest headcanons.
I fucking love it. I love it so much. God.
Jiggy, I think, would do.
Jiggy, I was gonna say Jiggy would do
fucking run the show. He would be excellent.
Yeah, Jiggy crafty.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's our pro. But yeah,
Jiggy could do it.
He would do it. So we have actually a couple of other questions on other sources. Let me pull this one up. So we have another question that came to us via Patreon. And I'm not sure if this is one that was meant to be read aloud on the air, but part of it I think points toward yes, it is. Yeah. I meant to reply to this and ask, but I forgot. But I feel like, we could put a little shout out here because it's good.
Yeah, so shout out to Patreon user Asha. Hello. They are from Singapore. Thank you so much for listening to us all the way in Singapore.
That fucking rules.
So, Asha says, hi, Fallon and Roy. Hello.
Hello.
This is Shusha from Singapore. Just want to say that I love your podcast. Thank you so much. It always makes me laugh, and the content lets me think a little deeper about the story and the characters.
Shucks.
Do you have listeners from Singapore? If you are wondering how MDZS is done here, I recently went to Anime Festival Asia Singapore, and there were countless Luncheon cosplayers. Netflix here is showing The Untamed, and my mom is addicted to the story. She watched the MDZS Donghua, introduced by moi, her gateway to the MDZS world, watched The Untamed, listened to the MDZS audio drama series, and pestered me incessantly to purchase the original novel in traditional Chinese, which I did for her birthday. What did she think about the raunchy scenes? She said they were gross, but I'm pretty sure I saw a smile on her face. Thank you for making the podcast. You're doing a great job. XOXO Asha. Thank you so much.
That's so sweet.
We got this message a few days ago, and Roy told me about it like almost immediately upon getting it, and it just like completely made my night. It's so sweet.
It's so good.
To answer your question, Asha, you are, I'm pretty sure, the only listener that we know of that has written into us. The first confirmed Singapore listener. So,
but if you're listening to this out of Singapore, hell yeah, let us know.
Hello, please. If you guys want to shout us out and let us know where everybody's from, I think that would be fun. I would like to know where everybody's tuning in from.
I know we have listeners in like the UK and Australia.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And
I'm so
also,
we're Mr. Worldwide. Mr. Worldwide. Modal Worldwide. Modal Worldwide family. We love it.
It's so good. I'm so glad to hear it. That's so funny about your mom. Oh my god.
That's great.
I can't That's the type of shit that, like, reminds me of your mom.
I really wish I could get my mom into this fucking series because I think it'd be funny as hell.
Oh my god!
Like, I need to remind myself to like do the game that you did with your mom, where like please. I send her a picture of them and I'm like, what's their vibe?
Yeah, what's
because
the vibe?
I think her shit would be so funny.
It'd be so fucking funny. Your mom's a hoot.
She's a hoot.
Your mom is funny.
Her problem is. The problem that I would have selling this to her is that it's more of a low fantasy thing, and she's more into like it's mostly science fiction, but if she reads fantasy, it has to be like high fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know though. I want to see if she'd be interested because I think it'd be so funny.
It'd be so funny. Oh my god!
Get her to watch the Untamed. Oh my god.
Oh my god. I want your mom to assign somebody a Mom's Metallica Mobile license plate frame.
Stop, y'all.
No.
When I was in high school, I went to a county fair with my mom, and they had this huge tent set up where you could get your own license plate frame, custom made. And she walks up, and one of the first things she says while she's like looking through the samples is like, what if I made a license plate frame that said Mom's on top and then Metallica Mobile on the bottom? Because she's a huge Metallica fan. And I was like, Mom, if you do that, I'm never going to ride in that car with you again. And she did it. And
the absolute mad mom.
And I did. The absolute mad mom. And I, up until like, because I got the car from her, when she paid it off, she said, hey, do you want this car? And I said, yeah. And she said, cool. The one caveat is you have to fly here to California and drive it back with me all the way to Virginia. And I was like, okay. So I did that, but it's been in my car for like 4 years now. So like, who won in the end? I only had to survive 2 weeks of that.
Who won?
It was me. I won. I got a car.
What if Wei Ying had a Mom's Metallica Mobile?
Ew, like he has a minivan for all those fucking Wuxian babies, and he's like his fucking dad's Death Mobile.
Oh my god,
Death is a good band.
Oh my god,
dad's Def Leppard Mobile. No, he would not be into Def Leppard at all. Jesus.
Oh my god.
What are some good metal bands with D?
I'm thinking.
I'm thonking.
Oh fuck.
Baba's Bathroom Mobile.
Oh my god! Holy shit. Holy
niche. What a niche we've gone into.
Wow.
Anyway, so that was fucking delightful. I love it.
Thank you. We have one more.
Thank you for sending the junk in. We really appreciated hearing from you. That was so cool.
Yeah. We have one last question, and I think this wasn't intended to be a question, but
that's okay, it's a question now.
It is now, that's what I said.
Fuck what you heard.
So, friend of us, Sarah, who guested back in September, Funny Tigey Sarah. Listened to Fear Baiting and The Wonder Years on Noisepace.x with it.
That's right.
She messaged me on Discord this morning and sent me a tweet and asked, who's holding the trophies and who's he talking to while he's plowing? And I said, I'm answering this on air.
Oh my god.
So the tweet...
Whoops, did I leave both of my bowling trophies in my hands during sex again? That's embarrassing. Oh my god. It's John Chung.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my opinion. It's also Jiggy, and the trophies are his certification as Sect Leader and his certification as a Gene. Oh, sorry, I dropped my credentials.
Oops, sorry, I dropped my official name change order.
Did you make sure, I tattooed Jean Guangyao on my chest just so everybody could make sure that they knew that I was Jean now. So, you saw that, right? I also have it as a lower back tattoo if you want me to, turn around so you can
He's got it all over his body like Mr. Cool Ice. Mr. Cool Yao.
Mr. Cool Yao. I hate that so much. I'm over it. I'm leaving. Mr. Cool Yow.
Mr. Cool Yow. Oh my god.
I'm gonna end it all.
Okay, but we missed the second half of the question, which is, who's he talking to while he's plowing?
Oh my god.
We gotta out our ships.
Oh my god.
As if we haven't already.
We've been very clear.
We've been very candid about our preferences.
Candid about our canon preferences. Because all ships we like are canon because we only have correct opinions.
It's true.
Unfortunately, it's true.
It's unfortunately, go back and listen to the record.
Candle wax? Why are you fucking with the candle wax?
I don't fucking know.
Don't fucking touch the candle wax.
Not my real dad. So,
I'm not
those
your
are
dad
questions.
at all. That'd be fucking weird.
Ew.
Ugh. Like a giant fuck-me-on moment.
Ew,
no.
Don't.
That's nasty.
Nasty.
So anyway,
look at baby cat.
Oh, just one hand. She's just got the one hand out. She's like, hello.
Hello. She's fucking fat. Anyway, so those are our questions.
Those are our questions.
Now it's time to keep house.
It's time to keep some house.
We have a Patreon.
Did you know that we have a Patreon? And if you give us $1, $3, or I mean, $1, $5,
or $10.
$1, $5, or $10 a month, you can get like really cool stuff, and also help me pay for my check engine light.
Yeah.
That is on currently.
Yeah.
Oh god.
That's how it is. Patreon.com/podrecesses, where for $1 a month, you can throw some treats into our mouths, help us pay for our bills and things, and
maybe pay for a new microphone, because this one fucking sucks, bro.
Yeah, this one isn't great.
It's terrible.
But for a baller.
A baller.
For $1.
Ballin'.
You can be a disciple of the show and get access to all of our Patreon exclusive bonus content, plus a special role in our Discord. All of our bonus content, including She's a Good iPad, which is our Scum Villain self-saving system read-through.
Read-through podcast. The only Scum Villain self-saving system podcast currently extant on the internet. You heard it right, folks. For $1 a month, you get this exclusive content of us goofing on Shunyan for like a full hour and a half to 2 hours usually. So put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Also 50 minutes of us talking about Promare, which we saw last week.
Yeah, we made a little Promare mini podcast. That was great.
We talked about Promare. For $5 a month, you can be a Sect Leader of the show, and you get all of that, plus more special role in the Discord channel, and you get a little shout-out message on the show. We will say thank you. And you can also send us a quick little message for us to read.
Yeah.
And then for $10 a month, you can be Chief Cultivator of the whole ass Pod Recesses world, and get all of that, and an even more special role in our Discord, and you can even send us requests for things to stream.
And you know, I don't want the singular Chief Cultivator thing to
throw you off.
I don't want it to throw you off. There can be multiple Chief Cultivators in this world. We can all work together as Chief Cultivators. All you need to do is give us $10 a month.
It's like a board of directors.
It's a board. That's right.
It's socialism, baby.
That's right.
I'm looking into ways I can stream some 3DS games virtually, because I don't have a Switch.
That'd be hot, cool, sexy, and fun.
I'm thinking about doing a cool little Modao themed Pokemon playthrough of some type.
I like that.
It'd be good. But you can also send us requests for stuff to stream, stuff to read during our live readings. We'll do a little bonus crap after we read a chapter.
Our voices are our gifts.
It's true.
Yeah.
We don't have a date yet, but I want to do another reading before
Kringy.
Which is a week from tomorrow. What the fuck? Kringle! So, but yeah, thank you, shout out time to $5 Sect Leaders Colin Arnold and Sarah McClintock. Thank you.
Thank y'all.
For supporting us. And thank you to $10 current only Chief Cultivator of the show, but you can join their ranks, Scout Shiro.
See, Scout can tell you, it's a great place to be.
It's a good place to be. You know, you climb your way to the top. You don't gotta be alone there.
That's right. No, someone can carry you.
It does not have to be lonely at the top. Jongchen can carry you and complain about it the entire time.
Yeah, someone can carry you.
Someone carry you.
Someone carry you.
We carry you.
We carry you.
Stop mean to me. So,
Stop mean to me.
Thank you to noisepace.xyz for being our podcast network. Thank you, Sect Leader Matt Songju. Check out noisepace.xyz. There's a lot of other good podcasts, such as Sect Leader Matt's very good podcast, Elite Full Restore, which is about the aforementioned game of Pokemon.
Very good.
There's Fear Baiting and the Wonder
Stick.
Years. There's the Stick. There's
Funny Zoe on it.
Funny Zoe, who we love. Hi, Funny Zoe. We love a Funny Sarah on Fear Baiting and the Wonder Years.
We love a Funny Sarah on Fear Baiting and the Wonder Years. We love
a Funny Sam and Jordan on Jergin' It.
Funny brothers Sam and Jordan.
We love a Funny Friends.
We love a Funny Friends. Absolutely.
You can check out Fantastic Satisfaction, which is going to be starting its second season very soon, featuring me.
Featuring a Roy playing a little tiefling. A tiefling.
Who may or may not be a stealthily disguised reskin of Zhu Zanjin, but that's just on me.
It's fine.
It's normal.
It's normal.
Anyway, once again, I'm Roy of the show. I'm on Twitter at SemperFunny.
Wow.
And I'm also on Twitter at Yeeling Hypebeast, which is where I do mode-out content.
Yay! And I'm Fallon. You can find me on Twitter at America's Burden. I'm locked because I'm currently hopefully being considered for a management position. And I don't want them to snoop on my Twitter. But if you want to follow requests, you're welcome to it. And I have an unlocked kind of Donmei and Promare kind of side account, which is at Himbo Zongju, ZONGZHU.
You love it.
You love it.
You do love it. You can find Podped. You can find
PP is forbidden the cloud recess.
Pee poo poo.
The pee poo poo man.
You can find Pod Recesses the us at cloudrecessespod.tumblr.com and on twitter.com/cloudrecess, just the one pod. We're on all your podcast apps and the websites and all of that good shit. Do us a solid. Like and rate and comment and subscribe and all of that shit. Whatever it is you do on each of those respective platforms.
Yeah, give some support.
You love it. You can also join our Discord. Link is in the description.
Yep, always.
Always. And speaking of always, you know what we say at the end of every episode?
Semper Bunny.
Semper Bunny.
Semper Bunny, folks.
Semper Bunny.